Jai said, "Hello YouTube. It is me, Manjusha, and I am here with a YouTube video, kind of like an update about my hair and my lock process. So if you watched my other video, you kind of learned that I cut off all of my sister locks for a variety of reasons, and now I am starting the lock journey again, but in a different way. And a lot of you may wonder, well, why in the world would you cut off your locks in the first place? And again, just watching that video, you'll know why I did it. But just to kind of summarize again, I realized that I'm a low maintenance type of girl. But I do like cute, and I want to be able to do things with it when I feel like it. But I realized, I realized that I'm a low maintenance, low cost kind of girl, and looking back on my journey over the past, I guess almost 6 years, like each time I've made a decision with my hair, I've gotten closer and closer to realizing what I need, what I want, what kind of lifestyle I want to have, and what kind of hair is kind of like conducive to that lifestyle. I was relaxed for all of my life up until 2007 or so, 2006, 2007, and I decided to transition to being natural, for a variety of reasons. If I can upload that video, I will, but I just kind of got to a point to where I wanted to start over. I wanted to start over and fall in love with the body, the hair, everything that God had given me, and I wanted to be in love with myself, in love with the real me. Was one of the reasons why I decided to go natural, and I was natural for about 3.5 years. I struggled with that, with taking care of my hair, because I was so used to going to a beauty salon and having someone do it, but at the time, I really wasn't knowledgeable about beauticians that actually work with natural hair, because all of the beauticians I knew only worked with relaxed hair. And so it was kind of hard for me, natural hair, natural loose hair kind of takes a lot of time, which I really didn't want to invest in, because I didn't. I'm kind of lazy like that. So hence why I got locks, because my job was very time consuming, and I really didn't want to go through the hassle of trying to do it myself and the time to do it myself. And I didn't want to just wear my awkward fro all the time, pull back in a headband, so I decided to get sister locks. And then, I moved to a state where there was no sister loctician, and so I had to do it myself, and then me doing it myself kind of became an issue, because I didn't have time to do it being in grad school. So then I would drive to Denver and let someone do it, which would then cost me even more money and even more time. And then, the straw that kind of broke the camel's back was me being in India when I was doing my research, and I really didn't have the time to dedicate, almost 12 hours, every month to re-interlocking my hair, doing the sister lock method. So as such, I lost a ton of, not a ton, I lost like maybe 10 or 11 locks, I think, which, considering that I had like 520, I don't think no one really noticed, but I could tell on this side that I had kind of balding areas, and I didn't want to spend the time doing it. So I chunked them all, because I refused to try and comb them all out. No. So I cut them, and I loved my little fade kind of mini fro thing. I really, really did. And a part of me, kind of wanted to keep it, but then I started kind of thinking about my spirituality and my spiritual path, which that will be a video, a separate video by itself. I started thinking about that and my spiritual path, and then of course I started seeing pictures of people with locks, and I honestly never thought I would be someone that would have traditional locks, because I've always seen them as thick and chunky, and but I researched more and saw different pictures and different methods and so on, and I came across the towel rub method, which is what I'm doing to my hair now, and I've just kind of fallen in love with them, and it seems like the perfect thing for me, because I can still style my hair. I won't necessarily get confused as a man, which really wasn't an issue, because everyone kind of knew I was a woman. They just stared. People just stare, because that's what they do. But I kind of realized I wanted to style. I wanted to see how long I could get my hair to grow. And I love locks. I love the idea of sister locks. It was just very, very expensive for me and not what I wanted to do. And just to do it myself just took up too much time. So with the towel rub method, right now it's a little time consuming because, you know, I'm starting them out. I'm training them. I'm growing them. So I have to retwist every day. But after a while, I'll get to a point to where, you know, I can use the towel rub method to twist my hair for like a few minutes every couple weeks. Or I can finger twist, you know, once a month, which won't take me that long because I won't have so many locks. And I can do it myself. And the thing that I love the most is that this is going to be all me, that I'm starting this, I'm maintaining this, and I'm going to see this through. It's my mixture of products with a little bit of help from some YouTubers, but it's going to be all me this time. No money involved, not a lot of time, and no third party doing my hair. It's all me really figuring out what my hair is like. So just a brief summary, which really wasn't that brief. But I wanted to get on here to just give y'all an update. I installed my locks doing the towel rub method on December 7th of this year. So it's almost been 2 weeks since I've had them, and they are starting to change. Not drastically, but their appearance. When I first did them, as hopefully you'll be able to see in the other video, they were the parts were a lot more distinct and the hair was a lot more gathered together, and it just looked very shiny and full of life. And now it's not that they're dull per se, but they are getting extremely frizzy. You can still see my parts for my natural parts for the most part, but the hair is not unraveling, but it's getting really frizzy, really fuzzy. I find myself having to go through it and finger twist a lot to get some of the stray hairs that kind of aren't grouping together or twisting together when I do the towel rub thing. And I'm also noticing that some of my locks are really hard and firm to the core. Some of them are really loose. I actually noticed like 1 or 2 of them that kind of have these little ball things on the end of them, which I want to say is budding, but it's only been not even a full 2 weeks, so I'm not going to be premature. But I've noticed that. And I also realized that I have a problem area, which some other YouTubers that, you know, lock have mentioned as well, or at least one that I know of, and it's right in the back of my hair, like right at the nape where you have that little dip. It's like a 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inch section of very, very loose hair that will not twist or coil on their own. So I have to go through and kind of finger part and finger twist every single time. So now when I'm doing the towel rub method every day, I kind of have to go around that area because I'm afraid that I will unravel them. Okay, so what else is going on other than my little problem area back here? So one of the things that I'm trying to do to keep that area, like I said, somewhat coiled or whatever together, is I began using the Jamaican Mango and Lime locking gel, but the resistant formula. And at first I didn't know what resistant meant until I had to really think about it. And so I got this one because it's supposed to help with, you know, that grade of hair that doesn't really lock easily. And so I was like, yay, great, because this little back portion of my hair is like bone straight. Like, it's almost as if someone applied the creamy crack to that small section of my hair, because it's extra straight. It's really, really soft and fine, and it will not curl to save, coil, whatever, to save my life. So I've been using that gel, and I haven't used it that much. I only used it once or twice so far. The main time to like part it, twist it, and to put it up under the dryer, and then maybe 2 or 3 times just a touch up, but otherwise I don't touch it at all. So when I'm towel twisting, I don't towel twist. I try not to touch that area just to keep it from doing that. So So that's that. And like I said, I've noticed that some of them are really firm, some of them are still loose. I used to, this section right here of my hair, I used to call it the bush area, because every time I would towel twist, it just looked like a bush, and I would always have to go through each time and find the naturally kind of curled parts and twist it myself. But now it's kind of trained to where it stays twisted and it's no longer a bush looking thing. Some of my problem areas are the sides, like right around the edges right here. For some reason they are just very loose. They're not necessarily coming together like some of my other, I guess, locks or baby coils, and so I always have to go through and finger twist those as well. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. I have tried washing my hair one time,